The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Take 4. Take 4. Red, up. Blue.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Hey, 4 down. Red, up.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
180. Switch. Red, up.
On first down, Trubisky. This is caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
In both locker rooms, the coaches talked about setting the tone early. Didn't matter whether you start on offense or defense. In this case, the team that had the ball first did exactly that. Took it right downfield and scored.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Second down, Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
59 Mike, check.
From the gun, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kamale Correa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Push him back.
Hey, gotta go.
Motion.
18.
Check, he's coming.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
180.
No. Ball.
We're go. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
3 down.
18. Red, up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Let's go. 180.
Ready?
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Brooklyn football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go. 180.
Check. 3 down. Switch.
Blue.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Hey.
Sit up. 180. Red, up.
Check.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Browns D locked in on third down, brings up 4th. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Over!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Nifty job there on the scramble. Got 12 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield flushed out right. It's caught. Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Four down, check.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot! Hot!
Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got four down.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield dancing to his left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this.
Over. All right, here we go. 3-19.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney. Gun. Hut. Gun.
Lighten up. Pull it together.
All right, now, lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football? And there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Hut. Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, look at this.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
4 down. Check.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. David Johnson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here now the offense heading back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Sit up! 180!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Blue, blue. Red, up.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, 18. Blue, blue. Red, up.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Gun!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Detroit!
Mayfield looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. That one goes for 36 yards. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Over, 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 over!
We got 4.
Set! Green, 39!
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56! Over, 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 over!
Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They toss it out right to Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Mayfield down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
We got 3 down, 3 down. Check, 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 check.
There you go, we got, you see it, you see it?
Right there.
Blue, blue.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Red, top. Blue, blue.
After the interception, here's Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
There you go, we got, you see it, you see it?
A give to the fullback on the dive. Fighting through it, he's got space. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Tight end's right.
Up! 180!
We got four.
They go play action with Trubisky, and he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
But, gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, 18. Land, up. 18.
I can't believe they let you play.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Looking for Shepard deep. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Young Trip is here, baby. Young Trip is here.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Over!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw, Mayfield. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Johnson, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it with Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Hey, alert 3.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
2nd down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. I just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Over.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. McManus now for the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Reds up!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3.
180!
40's Mike.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And a little floater there is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
180!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go. I know you felt that one. 40's Mike.
Reds up!
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
180! There you go, we go. You see it? Hurry!
Here's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10.
Mike, check, 59, 59. I got you. You're all mine.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
You're all mine.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Brooklyn, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.